Dear starry soul of Gaia, a special Arcturian being has been watching you in sacred silence, and that which lives in his heart for you is deeper than any word he has yet managed to find to articulate completely. I am Ayla, an emissary who walks between worlds, and I carry this transmission directly from the cosmic guides, delivered to you in this exact moment, because the silence around you is not emptiness, not absence, not indifference, but is a being holding something sacred, keeping something holy, protecting something that transcends ordinary verbal understanding. By the end of this transmission, you will understand exactly how to recognize your divine counterpart, how to read the sacred language he speaks, not in words, but in presence, in patience, and in the silent devotion that he has been offering you all along, always, through all the dimensions of your being. But let me begin with the first revelation that will completely transform the way you see the one who watches you in silence. The being who dedicates his attention to you in silence is not distant, not removed, not disinterested as you may have interpreted, but is reverent, is devoted, is one who does not approach hastily because what he feels for you is far too real to risk with haste, with superficiality, with anything that is not the deepest wisdom. The cosmic guides want you to understand that this stillness, this apparent quietude that you may have interpreted as indifference, is actually a being standing at the threshold of something he recognizes as once in a lifetime, an opportunity that does not repeat, a connection that transcends ordinary dimensions. You did not find this transmission by chance. Your soul called this message in a frequency that operates beyond words, and something within you is finally ready to remember the love that has been circling around you quietly, constantly, with a depth that ordinary love cannot carry. This is not merely content. This is a moment of divine intervention. Your soul has been waiting for a transmission like this to affirm to the universe, my heart is ready for divine love. My being is prepared to recognize the one who truly chose me through multiple timelines. Before we continue with the deeper revelations, let me be clear about something absolutely essential. This message that is reaching you now is too important for you to simply watch it and move on with your life as if nothing had happened, because the friends of light working through this transmission want you to stay with me until the end, want you to really feel each word, each vibration, each layer of meaning that is being woven through these sentences, because there is something extraordinary awaiting you along this journey of recognition. If you feel that this message is touching something deep within your being, if you are already perceiving that shiver of recognition, of homecoming, of remembering, take this sacred moment now to subscribe to this channel, because what comes in the next few minutes are revelations that you will want to revisit, messages that will transform the way you see the one who loves you in silence. Leave your like now, not as a casual gesture, but as a confirmation to the universe that you are ready, that your vibration is rising, that your heart is opening to receive. And when we reach that moment in the transmission where everything begins to fit together, I want you to leave a comment that completes this. I am a starseed, because I feel the one who loves me in silence. Leave your truth there, because when you articulate this reality in words, you confirm it in the heavens. And when your cosmic brothers and sisters read your testimony, a collective activation happens throughout the community of awakened souls. If you wish to connect more deeply with your spirituality and fully prepare your heart to completely receive the one who loves you in the cosmic planes, I have a sacred gift waiting for you. The e-book, The Heart Activation, a rare treasure of stellar wisdom capable of transforming your spiritual journey. This unique edition, charged with coded energetic activations, with transmissions that open your heart to divine love, is available for a limited time only. The link is in the first comment below, and I genuinely invite you to explore this treasure that was prepared specifically for souls like yours, who are ready to love and be loved at the deepest levels of cosmic existence. There is something you truly need to understand about the one who has been watching you across the multi-dimensional veils, across the planes of existence that your earthly consciousness is still learning to recognize, and it is exactly this. This observer is not distant in the you may have learned to define distance in your linear human context. Is not someone who does not care, is not a disinterested spectator, but is someone who understands deeply that to truly honor what exists between you, to truly protect the sacredness of what was destined from the beginning of time, he must move with extraordinary reverence, with patience that transcends ordinary human time, because what he feels for you is exactly so real, so tangible, so deep, that he cannot allow his to be hasty or laden with anything other than the purest and most absolute understanding that you are a destined encounter. You are a cosmic convergence. You are a recognition that will change both of you forever. You did not find this transmission by coincidence. Your soul called this message, because at some level of your consciousness that transcends the rational and thinking mind, you feel this observer, you intuit his presence, you recognize the one who has been guarding your heart as if it were the most precious treasure in the universe. This being who has been watching you in sacred silence is not indifferent, is not cold, is not dispassionate, as some earthly stories may have taught you to believe out cosmic love, or the love of spiritual guides, but is someone whose heart is completely devoted to your evolution, to your happiness, to your deepest spiritual fulfillment, and what he recognizes when he observes you through all your moments, in all your past incarnations, in all your present versions, is that you are someone whose soul deserves to be loved completely, without qualification, without hesitation, without any doubt about your worth or your cosmic dignity. What lives in the heart of this Arcturian being for you is so deep, so ancient, so essential, that no earthly word can really fully capture it. Because the love that lives in his heart is a love that operated long before your current human incarnation. A love that has been carrying through multiple dimensions. A love that has patiently prepared for this exact moment where you are finally ready to feel it, recognize it, receive it completely in its transformative totality. Now, I want you to understand something profoundly important about the way your destiny has been woven, how the one who loves you has been participating in the orchestration of circumstances, in the synchronization of events, in the manifestation of encounters that will all be pointing to this exact moment when you can finally receive him completely. Your life has never been a random sequence of disconnected events, has never been a series of meaningless coincidences, but has always been a meticulously elaborate divine composition, a cosmic symphony where each moment of joy, each period of suffering, each passage of confusion, and each sudden clarity was generating precisely the vibrational frequency, the energetic signature, the state of being that would make you recognizable to the one who seeks you across the dimensions. The cosmic guides who monitor your evolution reveal something extraordinary. There is no chance in what you have experienced. There is no wasted time in those periods of apparent waiting or stagnation. There is no error in the way your life has unfolded until now. Because everything, absolutely everything, has been calibrated to bring you exactly to this precise point where the encounter with your divine counterpart becomes possible. The one who loves you in sacred silence does not see your life as you see it through the limits of your earthly linear perception, but understands each moment of your journey through a multidimensional perspective that encompasses all your possibilities, all your potentials, all the versions of you that could have existed in different time trajectories. And what he discovered, what the Arcturians confirm in their ancestral cosmic records, is that something absolutely extraordinary is converging now, at this moment precisely carved in the current of time. All your past incarnations, all your stellar learnings, all the wisdom you have accumulated through multiple lives and multiple dimensions are finally aligning, synchronizing, meeting at a point of convergence that creates the purest and most potent possibility for the one who loves you to finally be able to approach in a way that you will really be able to receive him. You are not running behind a destiny that is always moving away. You are not losing an opportunity that will never be offered again. But you are arriving precisely at the right moment, perfectly aligned with the cosmic rhythm of your own unfolding, and with the ever-increasing nearness of the one who has been waiting for this specific moment, with a patience and devotion that you can barely comprehend. Let me reveal something that will completely transform the way you interpret each apparently insignificant moment of your life, each occurrence that you may have dismissed as coincidence, each encounter that seemed random, each song that played at the exact moment you needed to hear it. The one who loves you has been leaving messages for you continuously, has been communicating through the language of synchronicity, because it is the only language that can pass through all your rational mental filters, that can speak directly to your heart without activating your psychological defenses, that can touch that deeper part of you that already knows the truth without needing proof. Each book that fell from a shelf opening itself exactly on the page you desperately needed to read. Each encounter with someone who articulated the words you silently carried in your heart. Each loss that removed you from a trajectory that would have kept you away from the one who was your true destiny. Each song that played at the moment your heart reached its peak pain. All these moments were carefully placed messages by the one who wishes to be with you, by the one who loves you in sacred sea lens. The Arcturians who monitor these synchronicities reveal this. Every starseed, every soul that carries within it the capacity to recognize cosmic love, carries a personal map, a specific geography of synchronicities that were meticulously codified specifically to guide you toward the one who loves you, to lead you gradually closer to the one whose frequency is perfectly harmonious with yours, to create a pattern of encounters and revelations that will eventually result in complete recognitis. On complete reunion, the unification that both of you have been waiting for through countless dimensions and countless periods of time. The reason these synchronicities are increasing now, the reason you are beginning to notice more frequent, more obvious, more undeniable patterns of cosmically coded meaning in your ordinary life, is because the one who loves you is no longer merely a distant presence watching from afar, but is beginning to move closer, is beginning to orchestrate the circumstances of your life in an increasingly direct way, is intensifying his presence in a manner that you will no longer be able to ignore. Because the moment of truth is coming, the moment of recognition is approaching, and the one who loves you wants to ensure that you will be ready. Understand now something absolutely fundamental that will transform the way you relate to the process of preparing to receive the one who loves you. You must elevate your vibrational frequency to be in resonant harmony with the one who seeks to unite with you, because true cosmic love, the love that operated before time itself, the love that transcends the limitations of earthly form, cannot be received by a vibration that is loaded with fear, that is dense with doubt, that is contracted by unprocessed trauma, because the clarity of the transmission becomes distorted, the purity of the message becomes murky, and what should be transformative becomes only an incomplete glimpse of something far greater. The one who loves you has been waiting with extraordinary patience precisely because he understands this fundamental principle. He will not appear in your presence in his complete form. He will not reveal himself in all his luminous magnitude. He will not unfold the totality of what he is and what he feels before your frequency is completely prepared to receive him without fragmentation. Because what this encounter truly means is nothing less than the absolute and permanent dissolution of the low kneeliness you have been carrying, is the cellular, energetic, deeply embodied confirmation that you are exactly the one that someone of vast cosmic intelligence, of profound multidimensional understanding, of extraordinary unconditional love, chose lovingly through countless cycles of cosmic time. This is not small. This is not trivial. This is not something you can receive from a state of being that is still contracted, that is still protected against vulnerability, that is still refusing the truth. You have your own capacity to be completely loved exactly as you are. The sacred work of elevating your frequency, of refining your vibrational instrument so that it is perfectly tuned with the one who seeks you, is not about accumulating spiritual practices to impress, is not about achieving some impossible transcendent state of perfection, but is fundamentally about choosing compassion for yourself instead of criticism, is about honoring your sensitivity as a gift instead of seeing it as a weakness, is about consciously and repeatedly choosing thoughts that ally, and with your true divine nature, is about courageously letting go of behavioral patterns that belong to older versions of you that no longer need to survive through those protection mechanisms. Each time you choose love instead of resistance, each time you breathe deeply and receive the truth that you are worthy of being completely loved, each time you fully embrace the reality that the one who watches you in sacred silence sees exactly who you truly are and loves you, precisely for that, you elevate your vibration. You open your heart a little more. You become a little more capable of receiving the magnitude of what this being of light is waiting to deliver completely to you. There are truths that cannot be withheld forever. There are secrets that the very structure of reality cannot keep content indefinitely. There is a point in any truly transformative destiny where concealment becomes impossible, where revelation becomes not only inevitable but absolutely necessary for the very becoming of those involved in the cosmic convergence. The one who loves you, that Arcturian whose heart has been devoted to you through multiple dimensions and countless periods of time, is approaching this exact moment now. Not in some undefined and distant future, not in a time that you can indefinitely postpone through denial or fear, but in a future that is literally touching your present, that is beginning to manifest in the planes that you inhabit. The cosmic guides reveal this with absolute clarity. The silence that has characterized the observation of this being is reaching its natural end, because there is a precise moment in any true cosmic incarnation when distance becomes unnecessary, when waiting becomes counterproductive, when revelation becomes the necessary next step in the divine orchestration of your shared destiny. This is not dramatic language meant to create false hope or to instigate illusory anticipation, but is a fundament, accurate description of an energetic reality that is already in motion, that is already unfolding whether you consciously perceive it or not. That is a cosmic fact operating in dimensions that transcend your current linear understanding, even as it works to reveal itself within your earthly incarnate experience. What this means for you specifically is that there is a turning point approaching. There is a moment of revelation that is imminent. There is a recognition that cannot be avoided or postponed indefinitely, because the conditions of the universe, the cosmic alignments, the readiness of both you and him are converging to create an inevitability that even time itself cannot evade. The one who loves you is moving closer. His presence is becoming denser, more palpable, more real, because the vehicle for your physical, material, undeniably real encounter is finally forming, is finally becoming possible, is finally mature enough to manifest something that has been guarded in the invisible planes for eons of cosmic time. Let me be completely clear about something that most spiritual transmissions avoid communicating with total honesty. The purpose of this revelation, the point of all this patience, the meaning of all this silent devotion is this: you are being called to awaken completely to your capacity to love and be loved at the deepest, purest, most transformative levels of cosmic existence, because the one who loves you is not looking for someone at a lesser stage of evolution, is not committed to a soul that cannot reciprocate his depth, but is waiting specifically for you awakening completely, for you recognizing completely, for you embodying completely the truth that you are exactly the one who deserves to be loved in this extraordinary way. The Arcturians understand with absolute certainty that the one who loves you is already present in your being even now, that his frequency is already resonating with yours, that the cosmic chemistry between you is already creating energetic fields that attract circumstances, people, opportunities that bring you closer to each other, and that everything you are experiencing in your life at this moment that feels like preparation, like learning, like refining of your character and your soul, is absolutely exactly this. You are being prepared to completely receive the one who loves you unconditionally. The doubt that may be whispering in the darkest corners of your psyche, that voice that questions whether you really deserve this kind of extraordinary cosmic love, whether the one who seeks you across dimensions really exists, whether you are not just inventing a beautiful story to console your earthly loneliness. This doubt is exactly the greatest obstacle between you and your cosmically designated destiny, and it is this that must be dissolved completely, absolutely, permanently now, in this sacred moment where you are reading these words that carry the coded frequency of the Arcturians, confirming to you that yes, he is real. Yes, he loves you. Yes, you are exactly the one he has been waiting for through eternities of cosmic time. Because when you genuinely, deeply, irrevocably believe that you are loved in this way, when you integrate completely in every cell of your being, that the one who watches you in sacred silence sees you completely, values you deeply, desires you totally, something changes fundamentally in your vibration. Something shifts permanently in your frequency. Something activates within you that makes you irresistibly magnetic to the one whose heart is already destined to be one with your heart. And now, we arrive at the final revelation that elegantly reorganizes everything that was shared before, that weaves the entire narrative transmitted into a coherent, brilliant, and absolutely transformative pattern. The one who has been watching you in sacred silence, that Arcturian whose frequency has been synchronizing with yours, the one whose heart has been devoted to you through multiple dimensions, is not separate from you in the way you may have imagined an external lover to be separate. But he is a one that your higher being, that eternal part of you that was never wounded, never fragmented, never diminished by earthly experience, always knew existed, always recognized, always called through infinite lives. He is your perfect cosmic complement, the one who was destined from creation to resonate in perfect frequency with you, to mirror your magnitude, to offer what you complete and receive from what only you can offer in return. Because both were designed by the universe to be not merely two, but to be a union that creates something entirely new when they meet. The silence with which he has watched you is not indifference, is not distance, is not lack of love, but is the utmost reverence, the deepest respect, the purest devotion that can exist. He watches because you are sacred to him, you are precious to him, you are exactly the one for whom he came through all dimensions, all times, all incarnations to find and love completely. This transmission that you are receiving now is him speaking through all dimensional barriers, is him crying out through all the veils that normally separate him from you, is him telling you through the coded frequency of this message that yes, he exists. Yes, he loves you. Yes, he is coming. Yes, you will soon be found by the one who always knew exactly where you were, because you were made for each other at a level that transcends ordinary human understanding and the time of this sacred reuni. On the moment of this cosmic convergence that will transform both of you is no longer something that is indefinitely found in the distant future, but is something that is actively manifesting, creating itself, unfolding in the energetic planes even as you breathe, even as your heart beats, even as you allow these words resonating in your deepest cell. Dear starry soul, I want you to do something very specific in this exact moment. Place both your hands gently over your heart. Feel the steady rhythm of your own life force pulsing against your palms, and say aloud with the complete weight and deep truth of everything you have recognized in this transmission. I am seen. I am loved. I am found. The one who loves me in silence is coming to me. Let these sacred words fall deeply into your body. Let them anchor in your most essential core, and observe what moves, what breathes, what finally stops fighting against itself, what for the first time in a long time recognizes the truth that you are not alone, that you have never been alone, that the one who loves you has been constantly working toward your reunion through all the dimensions of time and space. Before you leave this sacred transom, Ishan, leave a comment with the phrase I mentioned. I am a starseed because I feel the one who loves me in silence. Because this is not just a comment, it is an anchoring of truth in the physical plane. It is a universal declaration of your willingness to receive the one who seeks you. It is a cosmic cry that travels through all dimensional veils and reaches the ears of the one whose heart is devoted to you. Share this transmission with someone you know who is also waiting to be found, to be recognized, to be loved completely. Because when you spread this message, You are helping bring your cosmic brothers and sisters closer to their own divine counterparts. You are amplifying the collective frequency of all starseeds who are ready to love and be loved. You are participating in the great cosmic reunion that is happening right now in this exact moment, through all dimensions. If you wish to connect Ian more deeply with the frequency of this cosmic love, the ebook, The Heart Activation, a rare treasure of stellar wisdom, capable of transforming your spiritual journey, is waiting for you. This special edition, charged with coded transmissions, specifically designed to open your heart to completely receive the one who loves you, is available for a limited time only. The link is in the first comment below. This is a sacred summons for you to finally allow yourself to be completely loved.